You know, I've been paying attention to this Puff Daddy situation, right? P. Diddy situation, right? I've been really paying attention to it. And I gotta say, right, I just feel like I'm a guy that's in my 40s, right? And I just feel like personally, there's not a lot of stand-up men out there, right? There's not enough stand-up individuals, really stand-up guys out there that I personally feel from my era, right? You know, the 40 plus club. When I think about these celebrities and rappers, entertainers, whoever you want to call it, right? When you think about this Puff Daddy situation, right? Your Mark Currys of the world, huh? I just feel like now that folks got older, right? If any of this information they saying about Diddy is true, I don't know if it's true. But what I'm saying is if any of that information is really truly true, right? What do you say about these individuals that's coming out 20 years later talking about it? And I'm talking about the guys. You know what I'm saying? A woman, you know what I mean, that get taken advantage of. I'm not here to discredit or dissect that. But I'm talking about some of these guys that go on these different platforms, your Mark Currys of the world, right? They go on these different platforms and say, oh, yeah, you know, when I was with Puff Daddy, you know, somebody was doing this to the drinks, doing that, and I just dipped out. And if any of that is true, right? If any of it is true, what does that say about that type of individual? You know what I'm saying? What does that say about that type of stand-up dude? So-called, right? You a so-called stand-up grown man out here, right? Because it's like today, right? When you look back on that time frame and these individuals get on these different platforms and they discuss, you know, what they may have seen or heard or any of that. What do they really have to say for themselves and what their actions was? Because I want to send a shout out to, you know, Reggie White, Reggie Wright, even Gene Deal. I got to give them two credit because from what I've seen these last couple of years, they always been consistent in what they said, right? But now since Puff Daddy went through the situation with Cassie and whatever amount of money she was allotted or agreed on, whatever the case is, right? Now, to me, if you a stand-up individual, why would you have to wait for Cassie to get her bread? Why would you have to wait for Cassie to get whatever she gonna get before you speak on it? Because in my opinion, with a lot of these dudes who coming out now saying it, where was this conversation back then? You know what I mean? Where was that stand up talking about I'm a grown man back then? Because if this was 20 years ago, if you 50 now, if this was 20 years ago, you was 30 when this happened. So was you not a grown man then? You know what I mean? So it just kills me. Like you know, it kills me inside when I hear that because it's like, what was that grown man energy back then? Because, like I said, even though I'm an older man now, even in my 20s, if I was around a group of guys, if I was, you know what I mean, kicking it with some dudes or whatever, and some ladies was around and foul play was around, I would be quickly to get up and basically be like, man, I'm not with this. This ain't cool. I would try to get some of these ladies out of this situation. And if I got a scuffle, if I got a, you know what I mean? If somebody gonna lump me up, I'm willing to accept that. Because at the end of the day, I'm not gonna be around a group of guys, an individual, a stand-up man, so-called, right? And just allow a woman in my presence to be abused in any type of way. I'm not built like that. You feel me? So I don't get how any man that's 45, 50 plus now And if this happened 10 years ago, you was 35. If you 50 plus, this happened 20 years ago, you was still in your 30s. Huh? So just because if any of that is true, like I said, I don't know if any of these allegations about Puff Daddy is true. I don't know. I don't have access to that information. And what was put out about what Cassie received, we don't even know because it hasn't been put out to the public exactly the dollar amount. So all I'm saying is if it's any truth to what Puffy was doing with these ladies, men or whatever, and you so-called was a stand-up dude back then or around this time when all this was happening, what was all this energy? Where was that energy that you giving now? Where was that energy then? You know what I'm saying? Where was that energy then? Because what I see is, you know, some individuals, right? They can't handle dealing with a person when they at full strength. You got to wait for the king to get weak, and now you want to come for the throne. To me, as a grown man, I don't like that. If I'm coming for the throne, I'm coming for the throne regardless. You know what I'm saying? If you at your full potential, I'm willing to rumble the way I rumble because I stand on what I stand on. To me, that's what a grown man is. Regardless what you say, regardless what level that you at, I'm not going to allow certain things to be around me without me letting you know my presence, not letting you know what I stand on, letting you know you're not finna just treat me like everybody else. And if it's some type of abuse going on, I'm not associated with that, and I'm not going to allow that in front of me. I can't control what you do behind closed doors. I have no control of that. But if it's in front of me, and somehow I get attached to that. See, that's the first thing I think about. Is if I'm in the room and some type of abuse is going on in my head, I'm associated with that. And I can't handle that. When I say I'm the realest individual in the room, this is what this means. I don't care how many bodyguards you got. I'm not going to sit here and allow or accept abuse happening to somebody right in front of me. But I guess, hey, man, it was all about the bag back then, and it's still about the bag today, right? You feel me? And that's why I say stand up men are becoming rare. They are rare because one thing I love about today's generation is now you have the information to do the research. Now you have access to all this the digital data where you can dissect individuals. And people from yesterday generation, you know, that 90s generation, you know, that generation where I was a teenager, you know what I'm saying? I graduated high school in 97. So it's like all these guys saying that they grown men today, but you was a grown man back then. Shout out to the locks, because even the locks back then, when Puffy was at his full potential, they were still coming at Puff about they publishing. Went on radio station and was discussing about it. They publishing in New York in that time. So you mean to tell me the locks is the only realest ones in the room? I'm not advocating violence. I'm not advocating nothing negative. I'm just speaking on the facts of what it was. I'm just saying. You know what I mean? And it's like, I look at it like this, right? I understand as folks get older, the decisions they made in life or didn't make in life, they looking at their life like, man, I wish I would have done it this way. And now you see an opportunity to get you a bag and you want to make yourself look good in the public eye, but really, you really telling on yourself in the sense of if any of this is true about Puff Daddy, which I don't know. I'm not saying it is. I'm saying it allegations at this point, right? You guys like the Mark Curry types, how they try to, oh yeah, this was happening at this party. I was watching Art of Dialogue and Mark Curry was on there and he was talking about how they went to the club and certain bottles you don't drink because they basically spike the drinks for the ladies to drinks to get them tipsy, get them extra loose, right? Or real slippery, the words he said, right? And he even admitted that, oh yeah, I wasn't partying with Puff, but the ladies, I partaked in that, in some of that, right? So if that is true, right, you guys are basically slipping these women some type of Mickey or you know what I mean, something that they didn't know what they was taking, and you took advantage of. I'm just saying that was your own words, Mark Curry. And then he said that everybody knew what that was, what type of party that was. Well, if the drinks are spiked, and they said he was saying on the Art of Dialogue that that women had their mouths open and they just putting pills in their mouth, right? To me, I'm not just looking at Puffy, I'm also looking at you. I'm also looking at how you just engaged in this fun boy activity with these ladies. You talked about how certain drinks you don't touch because some of them is spiked. Don't touch these drinks. Go over here and go get these other ones. You know what I'm saying? So what does that really say about you? See, I ain't here to just throw dirt on Puff Daddy or anything like that. I'm looking at these individuals that come online and be talking about, oh yeah, man, yeah, I was at the parties, but I engaged with some of the women, but I didn't party with Puff. I went to go see Puff at the hotel, and he was half naked. I was like, oh man, I guess you ain't really ready for me, but you ready for the ladies though? You ready to take advantage of these women because they popping pills and drinking whatever they drink? Because like you said, they getting loose. They getting slippery. I don't even know what the hell that means. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is this, right? When it comes to that 90s era, I guess a reason why a lot of these celebrities from the 90s, right? That supposed was around the party life, right? My personal opinion, I think the reason why they're not going to come out because it's going to tell a tale of them as well. It's going to tell a tale of, yeah, you trying to, how somebody want to, how a kid come and, a little kid to try to tell on somebody else, but then in the process of them telling on somebody else, they kind of like telling on themselves what they did. You feel me? So I was always told, man, just let them talk. Let them talk. Let them feel like they smarter than you, and just let them talk. Because in the words that they speak to you, or the words that they speak on, eventually it's going to tell a lot about them as well. Because just as much they try to throw Puff under the bus, right? You only going to know about the drugging or the party life only if you was there. You can't tell me a story. You can't tell me a story about Puff if you wasn't there with Puff, right? I guess you left when it got to a certain when it got escalated to a certain level that you was uncomfortable with, huh? But at the end of the day, you was still there at the party. So if any of that is true with Puffy, if it's true, I don't know. Nobody has showed any direct proof of it, right? But if any of it is true, and all these people going on these different platforms, the Art of Dialogue, Vlad TV, and you know another thing too, right? When I think about the Aaron Hall situation, I watched the clip on Vlad where he talked about, yeah, man, you know, they all know Puff Daddy, all of them know how I screw. They all know how I screw. And my thing is, some people get offended when he say that, right? But do you watch porno? Do you watch Pornhub? If you're in your 40s plus, I know you got a couple of them DVDs. So you telling me when you watch a porn, you're not watching a man penetrate a woman? So if that's the case, what's the difference when Aaron Hall say, "Oh, Puffy, all of them, they know how I clap them cheeks." What's the difference? Oh, I get it. You don't like the messenger, huh? You don't like how he said, huh? I'm just saying. Why so much of an uproar about Aaron Hall when he say, "Hey man, they all know how I do"? Because if anybody watch porno, are you just watching? How can you not see the man if you watching a man and a woman have relations together? How are you not seeing the man doing his business with the woman? So what's the difference? I'll wait. I'm just saying, man. If we're gonna have a real conversation, let's have a real one. I'm just saying. Now, at the same time, you know, what they were saying with Aaron Hall was with the, you know, with the young lady and all that, and she may have been underage. Hey, I'm not here to speak on that, but I'm just saying, I'm saying this about Aaron Hall. You can't be so mad about him saying the dudes know how he thrust and how he clapped them cheeks if you watch Pornhub. You feel me? If you watching them old school DVDs, you know what I mean? You know, because if you 45 plus, I know you got some of them DVDs, man. You probably got them up in your basement. You got them up in your closet or downstairs in the basement right now. You know what I mean? As soon as your wife not trying to give you no loving, you know you popping them DVDs in. Stop fronting, bruh. Yeah, I know. I know. Oh, I'm just going, you know, I'm just going down the basement to read some books. You down there listening to that bound chicka wow wow. Do you feel? You know what I'm saying? But I tell you this, right? Anybody that's young, 30 and under, watching this video, watching this live right now, right? When these OGs talk, just really listen to what they say because they tell on themselves in the conversation. You know, some people try to be so smart that they actually dumb to a degree. I'm sorry. Because what happens is you trying to kick somebody else back in, but it also show your liability in the process. So for all these people want to talk about Puff and what he did and what he did, what he didn't do, my question is to you, what did you do back then? Because now it seemed like ever since Puff got a little, you know, got a kink in his armor or got some holes in his armor, because with the Cassie thing, now they think the floodgates is open where you can just take advantage of them in the sense of getting to that bag. And maybe it's true, but you was scared to do it back then. You were scared to come at him back then, but now you want to say you a grown man now. But if you in your 50s today, like I said earlier, if you in your 50s today, and this happened 20 years ago, you was in your 30s then. So you wasn't a grown man back then? Oh, I guess you a youngster, huh? You in your 30s saying you a youngster, huh? I'm just saying, man. Don't get mad at the messenger, but did you get the message? You feel me? See, it's like that's why I let people talk, man. You know what I mean? When folks want to come and tell me some information about somebody, which I don't personally like unless it's involving business or something like that. But if you come to me with the information, the first thing I'm doing is looking at you. First, trying to figure out why you bringing me this information. And then my second question is, what did you do in that process? You feel me? It's like somebody running up to you telling you what somebody else was saying about you. My question to you is, why they so comfortable coming to you to talk shit about me? You feel me? Why they so comfortable? So that tells me, it tell a lot to me about you. So you probably kiki and laughing too with them, joking about me. And then when it gets, when you get away from them, you over there talking crazy about me with this person that's bad, that's murder mouthing me, right? That's talking crazy about me. So you gonna allow that to happen, and then when that conversation's over, you gonna run and come talk to me about what somebody else said? No, I want to know, how did you defend me? If you were supposed to be my partner, you feel me? You a stand-up individual. Where was your stand-upness in that situation when somebody was were talking bad about me? You feel me? I'm just saying, man. That's why I say let people talk, man. When people, you know what I'm saying, want to come and tell you and give you information, let them talk, because all they do is tell on themselves. Ask Keefe D. You feel me? Go ask Keefe D. Because he was too busy trying to talk about Tupac, right? I know I'm going off, but it's still in topic, though. Follow me. Even with Keefe D, he thought he was so slick to give all this information about who was in the car, yada, 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 right? Now, fast forward today, where's he at now? I'll wait. So that's why I say let people talk, man. Let just be, let people talk. Let them put them homes, their own self in the hole, and you just put dirt on top of them. Do you feel? I'm just saying, you know? And it's crazy, right? Because it's like a lot of these guys out here now today, right? They got older, right? And now they want to tell you what their terms and conditions of life is. But what was your terms and conditions of life back then? I guess because you was getting the bag back then, so it's cool. But since that bag then slowed up, you know what I mean? The royalty checks probably ain't coming in no more. Now you want to spill all the beans. Why you wasn't spilling the beans 10 years ago? Okay, I give you that. If it happened 30 years ago, right? Okay, what about 20 years ago? How about 10 years ago? Why wasn't you trying to let people know what's going on then? Oh, you gonna wait now to Cassie get some bread? Statutory with a limit of, in New York, they're talking about, you have this much time to file these type of cases. So sound like it's all a money grab to me. So basically, long as the check is right, it don't matter what's going on behind closed doors, right? Just saying, bro. Don't talk to me about integrity when at the end of the day, it's all about a bag. The integrity equals bag, right? That's what it sounds like. That's what it looks like. That's my opinion. Because if the bag was big enough, you wouldn't even be on Art of Dialogue, right? You wouldn't be on these different platforms if the bag was coming right from Puff. If the publishing still had value to it, will we hear you now? No, I don't believe so. So it's just, like I said, I'm the type of guy, I just sit back and peep game. You feel me? I'm the type, I let people talk, and then I go back and okay, calculate, okay, does this actually make sense? No, it doesn't. You know what I'm saying? No amount of money would allow me, or actually I couldn't even handle it. You can't pay me enough money for me to sit here and watch a woman get abused in front of me, physically assaulted. I can never do that. You feel me? It's not in my DNA. I was brought up by a woman. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna just sit there and just watch it and say, "Oh man, I ain't worrying about it." You know what I mean? I got my check. I'm cool. I just can't do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying I'm Superman or Batman or something like that. I ain't saying that. You know what I'm saying? But I just can't. I can't sit and be a part of that. And on top of all that, I'm not going to hold this information for 20, 30 years if I witnessed or went through something dealing with a person like P. Diddy or Puff Daddy, whatever you want to call him. It wouldn't take me 30 years to come out and talk about it or write a book about it. You feel me? And I'm not coming at none of the women or anybody that was abused. That's not what I'm saying. I'm talking about these guys who's supposed to be stand-up dudes today and want to spill all the beans. And it's the only reason why you spilling the beans is because if it's true, Cassie got over 30 million. So you trying to cash in too, huh? Do you feel? And like I said, I'm not taking shots at Gene Deal or Reggie Wright, okay? Because them the two guys I see that have been consistent for the last few years that's been continuously talking about this. So I'm not taking shots at any of those two guys. You feel me? And that's why I say stand up men are becoming rare out here. You feel me? Because there's a whole lot of boys out here. There's a whole lot of dudes out here. If you pay them the right amount of money, they're going to go in the room and party, or they're going to turn their head and walk away and act like they didn't see it. You feel me? And take them a lady, well, you know what I'm saying, a drugged up lady with them in the process. Come on. Do you feel? Just saying, man. You know? I mean, it don't make sense to me, man. I don't respect that at all. I don't care who you are. I don't care how much money you got. I don't care about the influence, the people you know. That don't matter to me. You know what I'm saying? Because me personally, I have two daughters, bro. You feel me? I got two daughters and a sister. And I will handle my business the way I need to handle my business if they get violated. And I'm gonna leave it at that. Ain't no money gonna stop me from handling my business if it comes to that. That's the reality. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying, man. If you're a grown man, if a grown individual, one thing about being a grown man, you got to stand up tall when nobody else will. You have to stand up when it's uncomfortable. You have, excuse me, you have to stand up when nobody else will. So don't be no stand up man when it's convenient for you. That ain't the only time you're supposed to do that. You're supposed to do that regardless. Because there's certain things I just won't do. I'm not going to party with you. I'm not into, you know, slipping something in women drinks so I can have, relations with them. No, I don't do none of that. I'm not into that. I don't want to be associated with that. You can't get me to go to that. No, that's the answer, and that's what I stand on. And if you keep asking me, we're gonna have to get some moving some furniture up in here, man. Because I keep telling you I'm not into that. So at some point in that conversation, I'm gonna feel like you playing me. You treat me like I'm a soft sucker or something like that, and we're going to handle some business. I may even lose that fight, but the regardless is I'm still gonna stand on what I stand on. So when people come on here and say they a grown man and they stand on business, okay, where's your proof of that? Better yet, when you tell these stories about you know about this, you know about that, where was your stand upness back then? You know what I mean? It's like somebody that got all they made all the money they can make, right? It's like somebody super rich, and then they come and tell you, "Oh man, money ain't it. Money ain't everything." But you got all the money though. You know what I'm saying? It's like somebody, a billionaire, and tell you, you know what I'm saying? You got a couple of hundred in your account. Oh man, money ain't everything, man. Don't trip off that. But you a billionaire though. Do you? Come on, man. I don't like that talk, man. Don't come and tell me, you know what I'm saying? Don't come and talk to me about you a stand-up individual, but then when you tell your stories, you don't show no proof of that. But you can tell me about what everybody else did or what this person was involved in. Where was your accountability in that situation? Why would you be associated with this type of party without you checking somebody about it? You know what I mean? So let them talk, man. They'll tell you everything you need to know in that conversation. You know what I'm saying? Let's let them talk. Because it's like some people try to calculate certain things they're going to say, but really they just telling on themselves in that whole process. But you got to listen to the key words. Like, oh yeah, I went to the party. I went to the party and they were slipping stuff in the drinks and they say, oh, don't drink these bottles. You drink these other bottles. These is for the lady. Like, why would somebody feel that comfortable to tell me that they slipped something in these bottles for the women to drink and tell me to go drink these other bottles? Why would they be so comfortable and tell me that if that was the case? Because they know you part of the party. I'm just saying though. If you're a real stand-up individual, if somebody came and told you that, you should have been checking them right then and there. Like, hold up, homie. Check this out, player. Why would you even tell me about these drinks? And on top of that, why would you want to give somebody slip somebody something to drink where they're gonna be, you know what I'm saying? Slippery is the words that Mark Curry used, right? Because me personally, I'm an old school player when it comes to ladies. You know what I'm saying? I feel like my mouthpiece should get me everything I need. I don't need no drug. You feel me? For me to really talk to a young, beautiful woman, you feel me? And for her to be feeling my pedigree, feeling my aura, huh? I feel like that's the challenge of me being a man, is that I see a beautiful woman and I say, "Hello, beautiful. How you doing?" You know what I'm saying? It's important for me to do that so I can, me as a man, I feel like, okay, okay, she really feeling me. I don't want her to be drugged up. I don't want her to be, you know what I'm saying, out of her mind just for me to have a good time with her. No, I'm not into that. I'm not into taking advantage of no woman. I want my woman, I want the woman I'm with to know that she want to be with me, not just because some type of drug that they've been slipped in a drink or in the weed that she's smoking. Nah, bruh. I'm not into that. That ain't even player to me. That's some suckerness, man. I'm not into that. I'm into, you know what I'm saying? Popping my collar and, you feel me? Chopping up some good game with her, and she like, oh yeah, I'm feeling him. That's what I want to hear. I don't want my woman to be sloppy and, you know what I'm saying, earling all in the car. You know what I'm saying? Don't know where she going, don't know what she did last night. Hold up, bro. I ain't a part of that. You feel me? I want I want you feel me? I want you alive and squirming, baby. You feel me? You know what I mean? Because if I clap them cheeks, I want you to give me some type of attention with that. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? I'm not into no type of, oh, nah, 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 nah. This ain't that type of party. I don't go to those parties. I want you to be, willing, able, and accepting my pass at you, and you agree for us to go and do our thing together. I don't want it to be one-sided. No. The pleasure is for both of us, baby. You feel me? Like, man, nah, bro. Nah, 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 nah. We don't get down like that over here, man. Any woman I ever dealt with, she was willing, a willing participant, huh? How we gonna say it like that? She was a willing participant in any activity that I was involved with. You feel me? She was a willing participant. Nah, bro. We don't get down like that over here, man. No, sir. You feel me? Shout out to all the guys out there that know what I'm saying, because it's like, when you see a beautiful woman or something, somebody else you feel attractive to you, you feel me, and you able to you know, be able to, you know what I'm saying, get the digits, y'all hang out, y'all do what y'all do. That's what I feel comfortable. I feel like, oh, I'm at my best. I feel like I'm King Kong. Cause she chose up on a real one. You feel me? That's what I'm into. I don't want my woman on no type of drugs, no hallucinogenic, none of that. No. I ain't trying to slip you nothing but this, yeah, feel me. You get what I'm saying? Come on now. But yeah, nah, bruh. That's why I'm saying now. Grown men is becoming rare out here. You got a whole bunch of little boys out here, kind of like the short. I did a short a day or two ago, that did, got a lot of views on it. And it's basically was talking about how, you can find niggas or some basic dudes out here. You can find them everywhere. But when we come to grown men standing on what they stand on, principles, having standards for themselves and who they dealing with, that's rare out here, man. And I'm starting to see it now, even with this Puff Daddy situation, it's becoming even more rare. Because think about all the guys that been around him through all this process. Okay, so let's take it off Puff Daddy. Let's look at R. Kelly. Look at all the guys that was around R. Kelly. And look what all the activities that he was basically charged for. So that's why I say stand-up men is becoming rare, man. Becoming rare. Because some of these guys out here, if you pay them enough, they'll do whatever you want them to do. Right? That's basically what they telling us in so many words when you hear these stories, right? Some people will go to the party, knowing what it is. So I don't know, man. I do not know. I don't know about these parties, man. Hey, like I said, don't associate me with that. You know what I mean? Like I'll pass. I'll pass on that. No, 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 no. What? It's like, oh yeah, hey, B Stola, let's go. You know, you can party. We can go party together. Like, yeah, we can party. But no, bruh, you need to party with me. Nah, bruh. I'm cool on your party, man. You know what I'm saying? And don't keep asking me that. You feel me? Because it's gonna be some major problems up in here. You know what I mean? So we're gonna go to a hold on, where is that? We got a little commercial break we about to get in here with. Let me see. Hold up. You know, where's hold up. We're gonna go to a quick commercial break. And I'll be right back. We got this Flipper Tycoon we're gonna bring on here for the commercial break. So check this out. Wait. You see the money I have here? You see all this money? You can make twice as this, quadruple that. But you need to understand, you gotta get in business with the flipper, the tycoon flipper. See, this is the thing, right? Some people can promise you 30% return in, let's say, about 3 months. But when you come to the flipper tycoon, I promise you 40% profit in 60 days. Send a wire. I am the tycoon flipper tycoon. You know, I was out handling my business like I normally do, and a dolphin came up to me. A dolphin came up to me and said, you know, I was born a dolphin, and I've been flipping my whole life. But I gotta tell you, tycoon, you flip more than me. And I'm a dolphin. This is what the dolphin told me, Flipper Tycoon, that I flip more than he does. So if a dolphin is telling you that, if a dolphin is telling me that, you need to be in business with me, Flipper Tycoon. All this money, this can be yours. We can triple that, quadruple that. You need to come and get in business with me. Send a wire. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, man. You know, I had to bring the commercial in. That was a good commercial right there. Flipper Tycoon, man. So be on the lookout for those type of individuals. You know what I mean? You not only have the Diddy types out there, right? You also got to look out for the flippers, man. You know, the guys out there that's gonna tell you, hey man, you know, give me 100,000. I'm gonna turn you into a millionaire. You know, so beware of the flipper tycoon out there, man. You know what I mean? But hold up, did you hear the part where he say the dolphin talked to him? He said a dolphin came up to him. Oh my goodness. Come on now. Man, who giving y'all content like this, man? You know? I am Sean B. Stoll. If you didn't know, all I bring to you is nothing but good game, good conversation, good motivation, and hopefully some type of inspiration, huh? Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. You know what I mean? Show some love to the channel, man. I appreciate that. But it's like this, right? You got to always stand on what you stand on, right? Your principles, your morals, because I'm going to tell you this, right? You're surprised how that will help you stay out of certain situations in life. You know what I mean? When you're not with that, when you're not into that lifestyle and you stand on what you believe in, just imagine how much stuff you would avoid by not going with the flow, by not just accepting what is. You feel me? Because I feel like a lot of people make that mistake. Even I have. You know what I'm saying? I never, not to this type of level, though. Don't get it twisted. I ain't saying this. No, 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 no. I ain't a part of that. But what I'm saying is, when you have your standards about yourself and who you choose to spend your time with, when you dealing with people, see, this is the thing, right? Some people know based on how you conduct yourself, how you have standards for yourself. Some people know, okay, when I go and do certain things, I can't talk to this person. I can't involve this person because I know they're not about that, right? And that's why I say it all goes back to the standards of yourself, because when you carry yourself a certain way, that either is going to attract a certain type of energy or have you avoid a certain type of energy. Meaning, if you're not into the fun boy or party life and you come off as a stomp down, stand up individual, from my experience, certain people won't even bring certain conversations to you because they know that ain't you. They know that you're not a part of that. You wouldn't be into that. But if you one of those type of people where, oh man, it's cool. Oh, yeah, I'm down to do whatever. When you get to talking like that, you open yourself up for anything. You open yourself up to be at the party. You open yourself up for people to feel like, okay, let me test him and see if he's into this. Because if it's any truth to what they were saying about Puff Daddy, they said at one time, he'll test dudes, have them come to the hotel and he there half naked and offer you to come in. So if that's true, right? If you a stomp down, stand up individual, you ain't going inside. But if you somebody that's, I don't know, maybe, let me just show them that I'm cool for the bag, you're going to be all up in that room. So I'm saying all that to say this. You have to have a standard for yourself, and you have to stand on what you stand on and accept the fact that maybe you won't get access to certain doors. Maybe you won't get the same exposure as somebody else because you're not willing to give up certain things that you stand on. You know? Because not everybody is built like that. And unfortunately, not everybody is strong enough to not go party. I'm just saying. So how much party is in you? You feel me? How much party are you willing to do, huh? How much party are you willing to accept, huh? That's the question. You know what I mean? Because one thing I could tell you, right? What I can tell you is this. When people don't know that you have standards for yourself, when you don't have, a certain type of integrity that you stand on, you will get tried a lot. You may even get taken advantage a lot. So what are you willing to do? Huh? Do you feel? You know what I mean? I'm just saying. A lot of these folks that you think is real, or no, I wouldn't do that. Oh yes, they will. Oh no, I ain't that type of person. I ain't with this. I would never do that. They be the main ones in there. Bow chicka wow wow. So I'm trying to tell you, man. A lot of these folks out here, and I only can imagine, right? I only can imagine what some people are willing to do for fame. Just think about that, right? Just think about a struggling artist trying to get on, and you got somebody out there saying, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna put you on. You just gotta go to the party with me." You know what I mean? Like, that's why I say, man, how famous do you really want to be? Because what I'm starting to believe now, man, just looking at all this, from not even take it off the Puff Daddy situation, just in general. You hear so many stories about people who go to LA, go to New York. Some of them get strung out on drugs. Some go into, prostitution. I mean, it's so many different things they do, right? Just to become famous. So I think the better question is, when you say you want to be famous, you should ask yourself, what type of fame are you looking for? You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Because you could be famous in the street, but what you being famous for is a different question. So it's like when somebody say they want to be famous, man, I don't know, bro. I don't know. You feel me? You got me. I'm like, what type of fame are you looking for? You just want people to know who you are? You want that bag? I don't know, man. It seem like, I guess when you want to get to a certain level in life, man, if you would look like, 'cause there's some celebrities, there's some people who make a lot of money, but they not as popular. And then you have others that's super popular and they don't have no paper. You feel me? So I'm like, either they not good at business or they good at something else. Do you feel? I'm just saying. You know what I mean? But for me, I'm a hustler, man. I'm a hustler. And that ties this into, you know, my last segment of this video I want to discuss is this is a hustler edition video too. This is the holiday season. I tell you this though, right now, if you a broke boy right now and you say you a hustler, you say that you about a bag, I don't understand how you're broke right now. Because if you need a job, they hiring everywhere. You got your UPSs out there. You got your so many different avenues of income you can make right now. So if you ain't getting no money right now, man, what are you really doing out here? You feel me? Well, this is the hustler edition. Especially out here in the Bay Area, man. I can tell you right now, there's so many companies that's hiring out here. So if you ain't getting no paper right now, it's the end of the year. It's a lot of places that's hiring. And you telling me you don't have no money, you can't get no job. No, it's jobs out there. You just don't want to work. You know what I'm saying? That's why where I work at, right? I work in import and export. You know what I'm saying? With trucks and stuff like that. There's so many young folks that come in, you know what I'm saying? Younger folks who come in, and once they see how much work they got to do, a lot of them, they either somehow get hurt on the job where they have to take off or end up leaving. You know what I'm saying? So all I'm saying is this, right? This the time of the year a lot of companies are hiring seasonal where you can make some serious dough in a short amount of time. But you got to be a hustler. You got to be a go-getter. So if you consider yourself as a hustler and you ain't getting money during this holiday season, you really a broke boy out here, man. You ain't really about no paper. Because I mean, especially out here in California, there's so many jobs everywhere I go, man. They hiring. They looking for work. Especially these corporations, you know what I'm saying? Your Walmarts, your Targets, they have extended hours right now. So they need people to work longer shifts. You got your Amazons, your UPSs, your FedEx. There's so many different ways of making money right now. Your DoorDash, Uber Eats. I mean, man, it's a plethora of opportunity out here. So if you ain't out here chasing a bag and you complaining about you can't do this, you can't do that, you ain't no real hustler, bruh. You ain't really motivated to change your situation. See, that's what I'm saying. A lot of people say, oh man, I want to do this. I want to be able to do that. Well, what type of effort are you putting out there? What type of work are you really looking for? Or you just want somebody to help you out? You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's like it's wild out here because I know y'all see it. You can go into. I mean, it ain't about oh, I'm only looking for certain jobs. Nah, bro. If you out here and you trying to get some money, man, you need to go with what's the best situation for you right now. You know, and you figure out the rest later. But you need to get active now because when January hit, you know what I'm saying, and folks stop buying, that's when everything will slow right back down. And at least if you work temporary right now, you can be able to stack you some dough up, pay off a few things, and have a little bit of cushion for yourself going in the next year or to help you finance whatever dream you're trying to do. Huh? I'm just saying. You especially if you anybody if you know me, anybody that's friends with me, you know I got terms and conditions of you. You feel me? Because if you need a job and you know me, I can hook you up with a job where I'm at. You feel me? So I just don't I don't like to hear that. I don't like when folks say, "Oh man, I can't find work. I can't do this." Well, where are you looking at? How long have you been looking? Because there's opportunity out here. You feel me? Now I'm not saying for you to stay there forever. No. But hey, if it's something that help put more money into your pocket, put food on your plate, help you stack more money for you to go into your next phase of life and next level you're trying to get to, that's what you got to do. Don't never be too cool to work. Don't never be, you know what I'm saying? Oh man, that ain't for me. Nah, bruh. If you're in a position, it is for you. Unless you like being a broke boy, broke boys. You want to be one of those, huh? I'm just saying, man. One thing about me, I don't care what anybody say about me, man. If I need to work, if I need to work at Walmart, I need to work here, work there, I'm gonna do it, bruh. I can care less about what you're saying because when I go to the grocery store, ain't nobody checking to see, oh man, where you work at? You work at Walmart? Oh. No, what they want to know is they want to when you slide your card, they want to make sure it get approved. That's what they care about. You feel me? I'm just saying though, you know? So this is about my hour mark. So I'm about to get ready to shut this down. I will be going live again tomorrow. Actually tomorrow night. And I'm gonna leave you with this, right? Allow people to talk. When people are trying to tell you about somebody else, pay attention to what they're saying to you so you can dissect who the hell they are Because a lot of these people that got a whole lot to say about somebody else, usually they life ain't that great. You feel me? Because when you out here chasing a bag, I work a lot of hours. You know what I'm saying? I work almost 60 hours, about 60 hours a week. And I still do these YouTube videos. I still spend time with my family when I can. But I don't have a lot of time to be worrying about what everybody think about me or what this person is doing, what that person is doing. Because I feel like when you got too much time on your hands, you ain't really productive in your own life. You feel me? Especially if you're out here trying to chase a bag, trying to get to, elevate yourself to a different level in life. You can't focus that much on other people when you trying to elevate. You feel me? So I appreciate anyone and everyone that watched this live. Thank you for watching this video. Definitely hit that like button. New to my channel, hit that subscribe button. Leave a comment. You can share it. It's cool. And please drop something in that super chat. You watch this on a playback. Drop something in that super thanks. It's greatly appreciated. I am Sean B. Stoller. Until next time, peace.